Yo, hey world, what's good? It's your boy LG. How y'all doing? How you living? How you feeling? How y'all doing? How y'all living? Hope y'all doing all right. All right. Y'all forget the room is a mess. Y'all like my new little poster that I got out here? Y'all like that? I loved it. They go hard. I had to get it. Yo, I hope y'all are doing well. See if I can get everything looking good. Everything should be okay. All right. The Fatal Crest, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah. All right, cool. I just wanted to get that out the way. All right. Yeah. Y'all hope y'all enjoying yourselves tonight. I'm about to release that song on all platforms. I'm about to do it. I like it. I just haven't been on my music shit lately. I need to. I have to actually. I've been working on a whole bunch of other things. But today we're gonna be talking Isom today. I got the catch-up pack, which included Isom number 1 cover C, and I got cover B. As you can see, I still have them in the plastic because I didn't have anywhere else to put them, and I could have got the short box now that I think about it. But the reason why I did it at first is because I wanted to see what the hype was about with these comics, y'all. I wanted to see what this is about. And for those of y'all that know, I've talked to other people about this. I'm in the comics, but I was like on the outskirts looking in when it comes to comics. So it was like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to start. But like I said, I've been following Eric July for a while, and I noticed when he got Isom, when Isom released, I was like, yo, I wanted to try it out and see what it was about. And I wasn't able to get Isom number 1 out the gate when it first released because I wasn't in a position to. All right. But now that everything's a little bit more squared away, I was able to get the catch-up pack, and yeah, they are here in my hands. And I read them last week. I got my copies last week, y'all. My brother was in town last week, and I wanted to spend time with him. He's stationed in North Carolina, so I wanted to spend time with him as he doesn't come by often, and I wanted to spend time with family as much as possible. MSK Content Entertainment, welcome in. Good to see you, Miss K. Oh, Miss K, did you change your name, Miss K? Is that MSK or Miss K? I gotta see. Now I'm curious. Now I gotta see. I'm curious now. Yo, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me go to the channel right quick. Okay, no, it's MSK. I thought it was somebody else. Okay, my bad. Got you confused. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Y'all forgive me. I just woke up not too long ago, so y'all forgive the voice. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking Isom. I'm talking Isom 1 and 2. I'm gonna try to chapter this afterwards. Maybe not today. Maybe a little bit later because I do have to work a little bit later. But I am going to be talking about Isom 1 and 2 because this is my first time. Catching up with the entire series as of late. And before we do, we gotta cover the bullshit that's surrounding this shit. We have to cover it because I feel like it wouldn't do it justice, man. And yes, I still have them in the plastic, so it's so good. I can rip them open. So overall, I'm gonna give y'all overall my thoughts real quick before we get into anything. What do I think? Do I think this is something that's recommended to everybody? I would say yes. Okay, I definitely would think that this is something that's worth checking out. And if you want comic books that's going to go back to being comic books, okay, if you want comic books to go back to telling stories, building up story, building up suspense, this is what you want right here. Okay, if you haven't got it yet, be sure to get you that. I'm telling you, you definitely would need to get it. The campaign is still going on. I want to say it is until the end of this month. I want to say. Let me look up. Look that up. Prince, how you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Okay, let me go to the campaign here. The campaign right now, the pre-order campaign is still in full effect, and I look like a washed out mess. Let me turn this down for a bit. I look like a washed out mess. Don't even worry about it though, because we are going to. There we go. All right. Isom number 2 is still available for pre-order. If you guys haven't got your copy, be sure to get you some right here. Get your cover. Get your click for details. You can get your foil cover C. You can get cover D if you want. And this right here, this is funny as hell. We'll talk about that in a minute. That's hilarious. So yeah, so let's get into it before we start, going into everything, man. I hope y'all are doing well. Have y'all first of all, if y'all got Isom number 2, who's got Isom number 2 in here? Anybody that's commenting. If y'all got Isom number 2, let me know. If you got it, let me know what you think. I would like to know what you think. So let me see. Let's go to Prince. How you feeling, man? Did you read it yet? Ram, okay. Did y'all read it yet? Y'all read it yet? Cause I read mine last week. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I hope y'all are banger. Y'all, yeah, it's a banger. Yeah, yeah, definitely good story building, and we're gonna get in. We're gonna get into that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of do the way I'm gonna do this review is we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna give like the basics, and then we're gonna go into spoilers. Okay. Um, we're gonna go into spoilers a little bit later, right? Because like I said, we're gonna cover kind of both at the same time. Because like I said, I read literally both within days of each other. Like I had to get into it. Like it was good. So but before we do, 13, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're we talking Isom number 1 and 2. These little goodies in my hands, and I'm looking forward to talking about it with you guys. So let's go ahead and get this drama out the way, right? Let's get it out. Let's get it out. Yo, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. We got all the peoples coming in. I love it. Love it. Love to see it. All right, so let's talk this BS right quick because we got a couple of things that we want to talk about. I want to get the DMCA stuff out the way because a lot of people were already tripping over, oh well, Eric is taking down the written out EB tracks. Okay, nice. This is my blue. I'm here to screen record the stream and sell it on Blu-ray as my own. But that's not piracy though. Patrick's really good to see you, man. Welcome. Y'all check out Patrick's, man. Oh, that's hilarious. That's good. I like that. I like it. I like it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, y'all. I like this rippaverse goalpost account because it's done so much to show how unhinged these people clearly are. Organized chaos, as usual. Actual fandom. Eric, and I'm talking about Eric from the actual fandom crew over there. No, by no means, right? So these people are legit going after, oh yeah. Try to right, exactly. Try to scream it, and we're gonna get into that because I'm trying to find it, and so critique bait. Everybody was like, okay, people were tripping over about the critiques. There's a whole lot of goalposts that happened, like literally within last week. So many things that happened. These people can't meme worth a shit. Um, Here's the thing, right? Somebody literally screenshot and screen ripped and posted Isom 1. all of Isom one on Twitter, right? So it's an ad for right. Hey, give me those numbers. I need those Eric July numbers up. That's what I'm saying. I can use the millions, man, so I can start paying some people to work for me. Yo, that'd be crazy as hell. And we gonna get into that too, because that was hilarious. That was the other one. People were mad at Eric July for him being transparent. So, but we're gonna get to that. We're gonna try to run through it a little bit at a time, okay? A little bit at a time. So let's bear with me, all right? So once again, I just woke up, so I'm trying to order things, and I just wanted to do this video and knock it out, so that way we can get it done. So also, I gotta say this too: do not go out of your way to harass anybody, okay? Don't do it, okay? Harassment is wrong. All right, I gotta let y'all know harassment is wrong and all of that, because people act like you're sending your people to come harass me because I put out a bad opinion and people are checking me for it. Stupid people. Jokes on you, I can't hear. What? Que pasó? But so somebody literally ripped out and they started going through and copying pages, PDFs of the Isom #1 whole first book. Okay. And the problem, here's the issue, right, with the piracy thing, right? And people were like, oh, well, it shouldn't be a problem, this, that, and the third. It is. You're ripping this man's whole book, right? You're ripping the man's whole book, and there's nothing transformative with it, right? There's no transformative, there's nothing talking about it, there's nothing like, no transformative content, right? That's like me watching an entire video of somebody else, not giving any thoughts, not doing anything, no reaction at all, just sitting here and just letting y'all watch the video or a movie for free, right? It's not right. You understand what I'm telling you? So it's the same thing, right? And people were sitting up here getting mad because, and here's the crazy part: Eric July didn't even have to do much. Twitter did it. Twitter itself, X did it, okay? Because it broke it broke terms of service for this site, y'all. For this site. And for whatever reason, they try to blame this shit on Eric July. Okay? And that was the other grift too. Thank you, Tazar, for mentioning that. Because one of the other that was the grift, or that was the goalpost rather, was that, oh, well, since Eric didn't release a PDF version, it was a grift, right? Eric should have released a PDF version of this. He didn't have to if he didn't want to. And you know what? The biggest person that I'm on their head about, Vito. Okay, and I gotta say this, and I'm gonna switch over real quick. Vito, if you ever watch this, you're stupid. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm saying it nicely. You're dumb. Okay? As a fellow creative, you should know better. For you to sit up here and side with people who are literally undermining somebody else's work because that is their ideological enemy. You feel me? I gotta put that out there. You're dumb as shit. I don't care what you're trying to do with your comic. Okay? If you want to have a free comic for people to release and pirate all over the world thinking it's going to help you, that's your choice. You understand me? But for you to sit up here and stand by as a creative, a fellow creative, and a comic book creative at that, because Eric July, you don't like what Eric July puts out, and you're jealous of Eric July's success, because that's exactly what it boils down to. Let's not be shallow about it here. Let's not beat around the bush, because that's exactly what it is. You're fucking jealous of somebody else. I don't care, business decisions or not. right? If you decide what you decide to do with your business, that's fine. That is your choice. If you want to have a free PDF, that is, you're well within your right to do so. But if somebody decides not to, and you go up here, and that's the part that got people taken down, is because they sat up here and not only they admit to the piracy, okay, these Negroes admitted to the piracy. You got to be a special kind of stupid to admit to the piracy, y'all. You got to be a special kind of dumb to sit up here, and it's like robbing a fucking bank with no mask on, saying you did it and get mad at the consequences. Like, what the fuck? Fucking idiots, I tell you. And these are the same people that want to complain about, talk about Black Lives Matter. Y'all have been attacking a black man for the past year. Actual fandom has sit up here and talked about diversity and inclusion. All of these people have talked about this shit, and they have literally attacked this man, a black man, for doing what they have wished that Marvel and DC would do. Fucking idiots. A lot of you. And yes, I am talking like this because I can. Even if I didn't buy Eric July's book, it would still be the same thing. I know somebody out there, some of these people that are like, oh, well, you bought the book. You're an Eric July fanboy. This, that, and the third. Shut your stupid ass up. That had nothing to do. What that got to do with the price of tea in China? So what? I bought Isom #1 and #2. You're not going to see me. I'm not buying Super Killer from Vito. The same people that were sitting up here mad at Eric could have literally bought a book from Vito, and they haven't bought. Ain't too many of them bought a book yet, right? Tell me if stop me when I'm wrong, y'all. Stop me when I'm wrong, right? Stop me when I'm wrong. I just want to know when I'm wrong. Please stop me. Okay? I mean, hell, if you look at it, like, hey, congrats on Vito raising 75K. Right? And I'm not going to hate on another man's success. Right? Vito's making, okay, he's got backers. Okay? He's got backers. This is Indiegogo. You're using a site, basically a backer site. Right? But I'd be jealous too if I only raised 75K and my competition literally raised 2-point-something million. See, in Silvar, you're saying you're taking the words right out of my mouth. I'm gonna get there. Hold on. Right? So look at this stuff. Everybody's gotten mad, right? Because, oh, well, Eric July is abusing the copyright system. Eric July didn't do nothing. Y'all did this to yourself. Y'all did this. Right? And then y'all do these stupid ass memes because, oh, well, Eric July is he's attacking us. He's not really for free speech. He's not for piracy, stupid. And then here's the crazy part. I'm gonna get y'all. Let's get to the big one that was funny as hell, y'all. We got to talk about something real quick. First off, Organized Chaos talking about failing at a fight scene in the comic, which is stupid as hell. Like, he thinks he's doing something, right? So here's the thing, right? So if y'all have ever dealt with this dude, the I think it's ASE Presents, right? This dude did a thing where he would walk up a hill every day to basically, he's fit enough to pull up and shave Eric July, right? That was a thing. And matter of fact, he was actually in one of my live videos a while back, right? So this dude right here, right? So here's the update. The dude got his account suspended, okay? Because the dude really got, what happened was the guy had made Clipperverse, right? And I guess he tried to make shirts and sell them. Now, when it comes to parody, I don't have an issue with it, right? But the issue I have is when you start doing the exact same thing, right? You start doing okay, like y'all remember, let me put it like this. Y'all remember the old Disney like the SpongeBob shirts, those big oversized SpongeBob shirts where they had SpongeBob like dressed like a gangster or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he had the rings, ice on his finger, he had money in his hand, you know what I'm saying? Man was holding some money like one of these. You feel me? Like he was, you know, he was doing one of these, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, holding money in his hand like one of these with a little ring on his finger, like ice on it. Y'all remember those shirts? Right? There's a reason why they don't make those shirts anymore. There's a reason why they don't make them. Right? Now, don't get me wrong, though. That's the good kind of, you know, it's parody. It's to be funny. It's, you know, it's a different brand. It's whatever. But more often than not, a lot of companies will not take it, especially a lot of bigger companies that don't have a sense of humor, of course. But like bigger corporations tend to not take that, right? Because they don't want their IP in that type of light. Okay, and they're well within their right to do that, right? So this cat right here, this ASC Presents dude, right? He makes the Clipperverse. It gets flagged down, right, for copyright and trying to sell it. And I even said it before. Matter of fact, me and 13 had this discussion. If you ever try to take a thing for Disney, and I'm talking about the same font, and I even made a post of this on Twitter, same font, everything. If you try to make a parody of Disney, same font, and try to sell it, you're going to be in for a world of hurt. They're not going to let you. You might get a little far. You might get somewhere. You might make a couple 100,000 maybe, right? But eventually, if the company doesn't want to deal with that, you're going to get a cease and desist. See what I'm saying? So, and not only did, I also got to remember Vickyverse, you know, the one with the male pattern baldness. She's the only female I know with male pattern baldness. Okay. She only one I know. Talking about, well, my tweet got deleted for DMCA. Eric July falsely claimed. Look, if y'all are retweeting stuff, or if y'all are retweeting these people, right, you're gonna get caught up with the shit, right? Or if you do the same thing, if you're sitting up here thinking that shit's okay because, oh, well, I don't like Eric July, it's a problem. Well, he's my mortal enemy. Y'all are stupid. Y'all, these are the people that literally break the rules, right? They literally break TOS for people that they don't like and thinking they're not going to get away with it. They thinking, okay, I'm going to get away with it, or they thinking they are going to get away with it. Sorry, y'all, misspoke. They thinking, oh, well, I'm going to get away with it because Eric July is this bad guy. He's a mortal enemy. He's an ideological foe. The man just thinks differently than you. And he doesn't bow to your shit. Thirteen, stop. 13, stop. 13. I just saw your comment, sir. Leave Jada Pinkett Smith alone. So what? She ruined her Will Smith, okay? So what? Leave that woman alone. Y'all wild. But anywho, that man out of pocket. Will might come, right? Keep my wife's name. No. Bro, you can have her, dog. I don't want it. Jada had attention alopecia bald. It's not male pattern. Exactly. Talk to him. Talk to him, Silvar. Talk to him. Y'all, but it's like you can't be that stupid to me, right? Well, I'm gonna take him for court over a tweet. Really? Baby, you ain't got the money. Need I remind you that Eric July is now officially a millionaire? Sheeps, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh man, like how dumb can you be for you to sit up here and go at a man, right? So back to ASC Presents, right? The dude was funny, and these cats do this, and I noticed there's a trend among these cats, y'all. They have to do this shit. You notice that ASC Presents, and matter of fact, we're gonna go to his YouTube real quick, right? Because I looked, and I looked at his channel, right? All right, I looked at his channel. I did. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I sure did. I looked at this man's channel, and he did this. Oh, Isom #2 unboxing and review. What's inside the box, right? I'm not playing this with audio. If y'all want to go watch the video, that's on you. I already did, so you won't have to, or you won't have to, right? Oh yeah, this dude got a channel ban. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. Where is it? Where's my comment? Don't tell me this dude deleted my comment. This motherfucker deleted my comment. Yo, he deleted. Yo, wait, where's my comment? Hold on, wait, let me see. Hold on. Oh, he deleted my comment. Yo, that's okay, y'all. I'm about to put it again. Hold on, I'm gonna type it in right now. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. I'm about to be petty. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Hold on. I'm being petty, y'all. Give me a second. Oh wait. There we go. I'm sorry, y'all. You should have deleted my comment, Bucko. That was your fault. Oh man, that was sorry, I had my pettiness for the day. So I originally told him, I said, "Oh, this is a good review. You should, tell people on Twitter." Oh wait, you can't. Don't play with me, y'all. Just stop. Oh shit. Ooh, F3 shift. Oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. I had a moment of pettiness. Y'all saw it live. Don't judge me, okay? We're gonna get into Isom in a minute, but I just had to get that out the way. So when it comes down to this piracy shit, right? There is nothing wrong, and I said this to Vikiverse, or AKA Chrome Dome. All right, we're gonna call her Chrome Dome, okay? There is nothing wrong with posting a couple of pictures for critique, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. You understand me? There's nothing wrong with having a critique or something that you don't understand or maybe that you don't like. Whatever. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But when you post the entire book, page by page, with no critique, no transformative content at all, we have a problem. And sharing the site where you got it from, that's also a problem. You guys are idiots. I think those you still need evidence. I'm like I said, I'm only going off of what happened. I think that it got taken down so quick because I saw something related to it, but it got taken down like the next time I looked because I was at work. If I wasn't at work, I was busy with my brother last week. My brother came into town. For those of y'all that didn't know, once again, I'll say it again. But handling stuff with family because I saw it and then I didn't. It is what it is. But when you take something, right, and you're putting it out there page by page, right? You're posting everything. As far as I know, actual fandom did it. So exactly. See, them clowns have been after Eric for a whole year, right? According to Vicky, she only had a beef page that were posted on Reddit last year. Okay, all right. I believe, I believe that when she gets some Rogaine. Anywho, but if you're posting something, especially when it comes down to creative stuff like this, right? And this is why I was mad. I was mad more at Vito because I know he disagrees with Eric July. That's fine. You don't have to like Eric. You don't, you might see him as your enemy. That's cool. That's your business. But for you to stand by and be okay with something with piracy because that's your mortal enemy, you know what I'm saying? Or allegedly that's your enemy, right? It shows more of the jealousy that you have, right? But what I do like, I'm going to tell you what I do like, right? Because with all of this stuff going on, I got to find it because it was hilarious. I got to find it now. Now I gotta find it. Right? But let me see this. Hold on. Let me see this. Right? Impressions that will never. Here's the crazy thing. These people are getting impressions on stuff, but don't have anything to back it up with, right? So this is why I can't stand actual fandom right now because this dude literally, right? Look at this. If some dude is trying to tell people how you lie for money, just make up some lies about him. That way you won't lose out on money. Scam the scamly, right? But the funny part about this is this dude right here, this clown right here, is literally doing the exact same thing that he's accusing Eric July of. He's been doing it for an entire year. Him, Organized Chaos, fucking pop counterculture, Ed and all that shit. Matter of fact, Ed, you need to put my you need to link back to me. All of that stuff. I need my links on that video that you did that we talked about, that discussion. I need that video. I need that done. You need to do that ASAP, sir. You know what I'm saying? No fingertips, right? Exactly. Look at this. Trying to be funny. See what I'm saying? That's crazy. This is the stuff that they do because they lack the creativity to do anything else. They have to do this, right? ASC Presents has to do this stuff, right? And I gotta find it. I'm gonna look for it, right? And Eric debunks his stupid ass over here mad about, or Eric's reload. This dude.
Yeah. Inside of a box. Here's a box where I keep my shit at. Look, here's a storage unit with all my snacks in it. Look at all of my snacks in my storage unit.
Okay, so you're mad at somebody, doing, showing a video. You know what I'm saying? This right here. Right? This right here, these people are clowns. Legit. These are legit. When we say there's people out there who do nothing but sit around and hate on people's success, these guys have literally done it. And I sat back and I've watched because I try to give people the benefit of a doubt, y'all. I really do. But when I say shit like this is literally because I've sat back and I've watched. And I'm talking about full context to the most part, as much as I can stomach from these people, right? As much as I can stomach. And I try to say, well, maybe they're over exaggerating. Maybe these people are no, these people are legit clout chasing scumbags with no talent. What does Eric do? Eric hasn't made any comics. The only one that does something remotely close is Vito. And even then, Vito hasn't done anything. Vito has barely managed to come up with anything. This man has failed. And I even asked Ed this, and nobody can answer this question. For y'all, for those of y'all that love to go against Eric July, y'all could have put that support towards Vito. The keeper's cookie. Right? How come y'all couldn't put y'all little 2 cents together and support Vito? Y'all could have helped Vito got at least half a mil. Y'all could have got helped Vito get at least a half a mil. At least. But for whatever reason, y'all can't do that. What is wrong with y'all? Like, y'all could have scraped some change together. And I know that. Like, see, I think, I would like to think that Eric doesn't mind parody, right? It is what it is. Right? But what I do like, and I'm trying to find it here, I'm trying to find where Eric made a sale based off the piracy, right? Right here. For a limited time, use promo code PIRATE. Bruh, when I tell you, when I first saw this shit, I died laughing, y'all. I died laughing. Because this right here is hilarious. This is the stuff that I like. This dude literally took what these clowns were saying and said, you know what? I got y'all. Let's do this. Hey Base Life, how you doing, bro? I watched the doc on the Jonestown Massacre last night. Tell me Dane isn't like Jim Jones. Same reticle, same idea. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey Base, you might have a point. I'm gonna have to double check that. I'm gonna double check that, A Base. You might be onto something. I'm gonna go back and like look at that that documentary. Slide me that doc. When I get some time, I'll try to look into it if I'm not busy doing like YouTube stuff. And if that's as anything as you might say, you might be onto something. And that is actually, it's kind of crazy. That's crazy. When are y'all planning on doing that? Let me know when y'all plan. Hey, reach out to me. Let me know when y'all plan on doing that. But yes, this is marketing right here. This right here is genius. Right? This right here is hilarious. This is funny. It's all the fuck. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. You out here accusing somebody of something that they didn't even do. You out here looking stupid as hell. And now look, you even got more egg in your face because now guess what? This shit's being used against you like an idiot. And guess what? He about to get more money off your dumb asses. You fucking idiots. EVS brought the Jim Jones sunglasses. Huh. Interesting. But yeah. This is funny. Right? This is crazy. These clowns. These clowns, and then of course they do this right here, the whole Eric July is not black. We've been through this, we've been through that before. We've seen that before. And actual fandom is trying to be funny here, like, oh well, he's on a mission trying to, destroy. Because there's so many errors in Isom #1. These clowns don't have half the energy for any of their Marvel DC books that they read, providing that they read books. This is exactly what I be getting at. These clowns have no energy. This is why I make fun of them. This is why I call Vicky Chrome Dome, okay? And that's why actual fandom looks like a failed rock band, okay? He looks like that man looks like he can't even play guitar to save his life, okay? Right? This is what happens when you give idiots a platform. Because idiots are going to idiot. Okay? Right? And we're going to get into that. Uh-oh. Oh, no. You want to see? Okay. Oh, shit. All right, y'all. Space says he wants to see a picture of actual fandom. Right here. The first one. Right there. Right there. First one. That's number one. Hold on. We got a better one. Let me see if we can find a better one. Hold on. Hold on. 13. Hold on. We about to get there. And then here's the other part. Before we get there, right? So, y'all, shout out to Renowned Zero. I gotta do a quick shout out to Renowned Zero. This dude's been putting out content. Y'all go check out Renowned Zero. He's been putting out content talking about the detractors. Drunken peasants who have been also going at Eric July managed to find a way to literally harass Renowned Zero and get him banned on Twitch. Okay. These are the same people that are against harassment, unless it's people that they don't like. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call a double standard. Oh, yes. Oh, this is without question. This is a big shout out to rippaverse goalposts. This is a hub for all things, all things, stupidity coming against Eric July. Got to give a shout out to rippaverse goalposts. Always, man. There's a reason Eric gave him a detractor weight limit, because they all look the same. They all have the same thing, right? I'm trying to find that other picture. I can't. There we go. Here's another one right here. This other video right here, if you can see it. I don't want to go into the video because I don't want to. The dude looks like the dude looks like when he hears drag queen story art, he looks like he gets jealous because he looks like he missed out on the opportunity. Lenny for the pop. Oh no. No. Hey, stop it. Y'all wildin'. But y'all, let's get the drop out the way, yo. Then the fact that DEI books cost a fortune, but they expect Eric to make comic for free. Exactly. But I paid for this, and I'm happy, man. This is a solid purchase. So this is what we're gonna do real quick, y'all. Once again, Sheeps, I know you're in here. Shout out to everybody that's a part of the Rippaverse that is working for Eric. You guys have done a great job. I wanna give y'all a solid round of applause, on some real shit. For those of y'all that work with Eric July himself, of course, has done a great job of hiring amazing talent, right? And I low key, if I could draw, better, if I can actually draw, I could barely do stick figures, but if I could draw, I would definitely love to work with Eric July on something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe I could, do social media for him. Hey, if Eric could collab on a song, hey, that'd be dope too, right? So, first off, like I said, I gotta give credit to everybody that's worked on Isom. Cliff Richards, Gabe El Taib, y'all have done a good job with this, and man. So we're gonna get into the review real quick. Like I said, I'm gonna do non-spoiler first, and then we're gonna kind of spoil it. I'm gonna do both 1 and 2 because, like I said, I got both. So like I said, getting this in my hands, artwork looks amazing, y'all. Getting this in my hands, it's one of those things where in your hands it looks really good. Artwork is dope as hell, and I'm definitely in love with this, man. This is amazingly done. Eric July did a solid job writing this. Prince says, I make beats too. Hey, let's get to it. Let's talk. And this is an amazing book. It's good quality too. Like this isn't cheap. This feels like good quality, dude. Like in your hands, like you could tell when something feels like good quality, and this definitely feels like solid. You know what I'm saying? I beats my meats. I Well, all right then. Okay then. Uh, like this is crazy, y'all. Yaira looks dope. This is dope. Like this is amazing. I just hope they you know what? I wonder I have a quick side question, right? I wonder if we're gonna see more of this, Norfolka. I wonder if this will be part of the Rippaverse too. I wonder. I wonder, y'all. Cause this is amazing. I like the concept. That they're like a little band, you know, Norway and Africa, you know, a little play on words, you know, little something. But yeah, so this is amazing. So I'm trying to figure out where to start with this. Cuz I've never really like done like reviews for comics before. But so I guess we'll just start with the incident, right? We'll start with the incident that happened, the phone call. So allegedly the phone call. All right, hey base, thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. So so we start here. I guess we start at Isom with the beginning. We start with the phone call, right? And the phone call that Avery gets is to check up on a friend, right? We know this, right? It's to check up on a friend that has been missing. And Avery's reluctant to do it, but he does it because the phone call, I guess, basically is. Let me see. I'm trying to say this without spilling it here. You know, Mrs. Newman. That's what it is. Mrs. Newman. That's the name. I'm over here, got that in my hand, so y'all forgive me. Right. So for Mrs. Newman, I guess that's a family friend, and he's like, "Look, if I don't do it for Mrs. Newman, if Mrs. Newman finds out that anything happens to sister, I'm gonna be in trouble." So he goes ahead and you know handles his business because apparently he stopped doing hero work or he's retired from hero work because of his particular incident that's not covered here, right? So he goes in there and just shit just so happens to go wrong. This is where we meet Yaira and the Alpha Core. All right. So for whatever reason, we don't know why yet. Right, his mom would be disappointed too, exactly. So we don't know why, but Yaira and the Alpha Core are fighting each other. And for whatever reason, right, Avery gets caught up in this. Because he's at the same time, Avery is going against the childhood friend, or you know, that the former childhood friend who ends up being in the seedy side of life, if you guys know what I mean, right? So things get hairy, and Avery figures out something's up because when he brings her up, the guy gets a little jealous, right? The guy, I wouldn't say jealous, he gets a little antsy, right? He's like, you don't, it's none of your business. Stay up out of it. Blah blah whoop de woo, right? And things start getting hairy, right? Things start getting hairy. Yeah, Mr. Fontano. Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to do it without spoilers. Y'all forgive me. I'm so bad at this, but I'm gonna get better over time. I promise. I'm promise. Thank you. Thank you guys. I'm trying. Please be patient with me. All right, please. But anywho, I know the detractors are gonna be like, "See, he doesn't even know what he's talking about." Like, shut up, stupid ass. But yes, Mr. Fontano, the fight with him and Mr. Fontano and his men gets out of hand, and he actually gets in contact with a guy that might be what they call supers as accepts, right? That's what they call supers here, right? So he gets into it with an accept, and the first fight goes to shit, at least for Avery anyway. So Avery gets thrown into Yaira, which I thought was hilarious. All right. And I was like, damn, that's gotta suck, man. Imagine you fighting somebody, you run into somebody else, and you get mistaken, for another bad guy. Right? You get mistaken for super police. That shit's crazy. So Yaira sits up here and dumps this man sky high onto a car. And we also see the ad. Shout out to Eric's ad, Eric's wife for having a business and he's supporting his wife's business. That's what's up. I like it. And I saw that. I was like, damn, bro, that's gotta suck. Things go from bad to worse. So, of course, he's in a hospital. He ends up escaping. Trying to find Jasmine. He goes, takes things to his own hands, goes back. He tries to go back into his back home, but there's a certain issue that happens, right? We don't know what happens, right? So Avery goes back to his sister's crib, gets to see his niece, and they get to have a nice little talk, try to figure out a plan of action, right? So he finds Jasmine. But the minute he does, he gets confronted by security because now, because of that, Mr. Fontano is like, all right, look, everybody heard about this incident. People are going to be on our necks. People are going to try to, be on us. So now we got to beef up security. Exactly. Shit went left. And left it did. Right? Man goes through the back, and I mean, he just has a field day. Right? This is fucking, the fight scene in this is fucking crazy. This dude, I mean, just taking out people left and right. Right? Just taking out people left and right. So we get hints at Avery kind of being an except. We don't know exactly what his powers are, but we know he's definitely not like the rest of the people, right? So he gets back into it with the except that he was fighting. So for round 2, they come back for round 2, and it's crazy, right? They get into it, and I love the part. This is my part that I like, right? Where he, of course, the infamous scene that they talk about here, where they kind of clash, right? They clash and get into it. But I like the part where he turns around, right? Where Avery turns around and he runs from the guy. It looks like he's running from the guy, but then he goes and launches him straight into the gut right here. Right here. Just right into the midsection, right? Knocks the shit out of him. What makes it worse, though, after that fight, gets stopped by the police. And the epitome of things going from bad to worse. Gets caught up, goes back to the house, right? Finds out with everything, right? And he says, "Look, we got to figure out something, right? We got to figure out because now Jasmine's mad about something. There's something going on. There's more to the situation with Jasmine at meets the eye, and we don't know about it, right?" So after that situation with the excerpt getting his ass beat, that's where security gets, that's where security gets fucked up. Gets beefed up because after that situation, he's like, yo, we can't be having this. We can't be having people thinking that they can come in from the streets, from any side of the street. I want my dynasty secured. You know what I'm saying? Fontano's like, I want my dynasty secured. Y'all know how this goes, right? So the next morning, I think Avery goes to I'm not exactly sure who this is, but he goes to I can't remember the guy's name, but he goes to the guy that got Isom his suit done, right? And he talks to the guy about getting his suit potentially remade, right? I love it. So he wants the suit, and he's like, "Look." After the situation, he's like, "Look, I gotta have my." He's got to have my suit. I gotta have my suit back. I want my suit back. I gotta get it done, right? Cedric. Okay, that's his name, Cedric. Okay, I didn't catch his name. That's my fault. So he goes to Cedric, gets the suit, and of course he tries it on, and that's where basically where the end of Isom #1 is. And honestly, I like it. It's a good setup. It's a good start, right? So this opens up with a lot of questions, right? This is a good start because it starts off with a good base. Okay, it starts off with the questions that ask what is Isom? What is Avery's powers, right? A lot of people are like been asking what is Avery's powers? What made him want to quit superhero work in the first place, right? What's the incident? Also in here is when he goes back home on his way back home, right? Or before he goes back home, one of the guys that he had to look over the joint for him. Something happens in the book where the door was open, and we don't know what happened there. All right, we don't know what happens, which leads into Isom 2. This, if you guys, and the reason why people are mad about this, and we'll kind of go into it a little bit later. The reason why people are mad is because there's questions at the end of Isom #1 or the Ill-Advised arc #1. That's why people are mad. So, which leads into Isom #2, right? We're gonna get into Isom #2, and first off, once again, I love this. I had to get cover B because this right here, this cover is fucking sick. This best cover. I'm sorry. Out of all the covers, this right here was the best cover. They could have had this one on foil. They could have had me sold. Okay. This was the best cover. I love the design. I love how it looks. The composition is great. And I like her. She's hot. I like her. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So I love this. Love it. Love it. That cover exactly. Exactly. This reaches out. This cover is perfect for what's about to happen, right? So let's get into it, right? Isom #2, right? So a girl goes to go meet Fontano, right? She goes in. Well, actually, not to meet Fontano. Excuse me. She goes into the Stillman Chief Hospitality Center, right? She goes in to have a meeting, right? Only to her surprise, it's Fontano. He's here because he figured out. He put 2 and 2 together. He said the only reason why Avery was here is because yo ass put him up to it, right? So she gets she gets a little roughed up in the process, and he tries to get at her, right? He tries to intimidate her, but it gets foiled. Let me make sure it's Lincoln. Okay, I'm making sure. Projects founder Lincoln comes in and stops everything. He says, "Look, we not having that. Not today, sir." And he came at the perfect time, right? He arrests him, right? He arrests him, moves him out the way. He says, "All right, look," gets him out. He gets everybody out the way, right? So of course she's a little upset, trying to figure out, how everything, and me personally, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's her fault. I'm gonna blame her for this. Okay, we're blaming her. Just like a black woman to start mess. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. I love my black women. But come on now, we gotta be real here. That's how a lot of the shit starts. Right? But we find out in this book, right? This is where we find out the reason. And this is why I love this so much, because Eric July knows how to pace a story. This is where, in the next page, we go into what made Isom quit. What made Avery quit Isom, right? And when we go into it, it's a fight with, I'm saying this right, Chadran, right? It's a fight with Chadran, right? That made him want to quit. And when you see what happens, you understand why. And it's kind of sad, right? So basically, he was unable to help somebody in a situation, and he felt powerless. Right? He felt powerless. And it was bad. It was horrible. Like, the mainly part right here. Bro, right here. I can't read. I gotta remember it's backwards. This right here. And it was sad. Like, when you think about it, you know, the guy was stronger than him at the time. He didn't know what to do. He felt powerless. He didn't know how to stop it. And he was distraught about it, and it made him hang up the coat. Right? Made him hang up his cape. When you think about it, and I like how this answers a question from Isom 1. What made him stop? You get the answer here. Right? And this is why the detractors don't, I think they're stupid, because if they actually took the time to read, right? If they took the time to read, they would understand storytelling. This is what storytelling is about, yo. You don't give everything right away. This sets up the questions. This answers a couple of them, and it also raises some more questions of his own. Gray Pipette, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Welcome in. So we find out why. Once again, we find out why he decides to hang up the coat. And if you were in his position, I would too. I honestly, if you think about it, the thought would definitely cross my mind at very least, right? And of course, now we see him talking with Cedric. Exactly, that part. So of course he's talking with Cedric, right? And this is kind of where the animated trailer comes in, where he's talking with Cedric. He said, "Look, I'm gonna give you your suit back, but I have some conditions, right? So I have certain expectations. My thing is, if you are going to put on this suit, don't quit. Right? Do not quit." Right? So, and this is I'm going to read a section from the book that makes sense, because this is the part that really stuck out to me, right? He says, more than anybody, Cedric, this is what Cedric says to Avery or Isom. He says, more than anybody, you know what happens when heroes fall short. Had you not been there, there have been 2 families getting that dreadful visit. You gave up because you couldn't save that girl, but you failed to save more with your inaction. That right there was the part that got me. And that's exactly why. And it sums up exactly why. Because he felt bad. And you have to, like, think about it. You're going against somebody strong that's out of your league, and you couldn't save, and you feel like you felt worthless. Like, if you couldn't save somebody that you cared about, you'd feel worthless. So it's a natural human reaction. This is good storytelling right here. You feel me? I like this. Right? So of course Avery goes back and he sees his door open, and all of a sudden he's met with weird ass enemies, y'all. These weird ass alien looking monstrosities, saber tooth looking ass werewolves, right? Dug into him, but also turned into fire. Huh. Weird. Right? So we come across everything, and we come across Good Ying Services here. Right? I'm just, kind of going through pages here. Good Ying Services, he comes in, everything is cleaned up, and he has them to explain what's going on. Shit's crazy. It's fucking crazy, right? So after everything's crazy, after everything's cleared up, Good Ying Services come by, and they try to get everything, investigate everything, try to figure out the thing, right? They try to figure out what's going on, try to figure out what's really happening, what's the cause of all of this, right? And they realize somebody's missing as well, right? Of course, Avery goes home, and he tries to get some rest. He gets a phone call, and he gets a phone call saying that Darren showed up to the job. Of course, Avery shows up, pops up, and he gets to talk with Lincoln, right? So they can meet up and set up a plan of action. And of course, he's mad. He's gonna kill him, right? Mad as hell. And we all know this feeling. Like that saying goes, when it rains, it pours, because it's like, damn, dog. Dude just wanted to rest, get his thoughts together, tries to figure out his barn almost just got burned down to the ground. He's trying to get everything figured out. And now he gets a call. He gets a call that fucking Fontano shows up, right? And all of this shit's popping off. I'd be pissed off too. All right, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't say he's tweaking. It's a reasonable call though. It's a reasonable call to make. Right? So now Fontano's pissed off at everything. How you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Right? Fontano's pissed, and now he gets Jasmine. He calls somebody to get Jasmine in. Right? So we don't know what's about to happen here. That's going to be a crazy setup. We don't know what's about to happen here. Right? So fast forward a little bit. Talking with Lincoln. We get a chance to meet up with Lincoln here. Well, actually, he's on his way to meet Lincoln, right? He's on his way to meet Lincoln. But Mrs. Willard shows up because her husband's missing. So y'all remember Isom #1 when Mr. Willard was like, am I saying that right? Yeah, Willard. Yeah, I got to make sure I said that right. Yeah, when Willard was opening the door, check to see what happens, right? Now, Mr. Willard is gone. We don't know where this. We don't know what's up. We'll figure it out. Right, on his way to meet Lincoln. Right, he gets robot. This is actually pretty dope. I like the robot transport. Right, I like this robot transport. That's actually pretty cool. That'd be dope to have in the future, right? Robot transport. So he meets up with Lincoln, And of course, Lincoln talks to both of them, and he tells Mrs. Willard about what happens. And of course, she's mad, or I wouldn't say she's mad, but she's like a little upset. Passes out, Oh my God, my husband. That type of thing. So, basically he kind of gets that to get her out the way, right? Get her out the way, and so that way they can kind of figure this out. So they find out what the beasts are that attacks them, right? They got some samples in his blood in the blood trail, right? Does a quick analysis, and it says after catching some samples of the blood trail you left, I did a quick analysis. There was a trace of, I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna fuck this up, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Terracinogen, terracinogen. We're gonna go with that, right? It's a molecule that's not present in human DNA, but every time I come across it, it's of a different type of being, right? So basically, it's some alien being that they found that they've dealt with before, right? Right. I like that we got some pedals with Alpha Core. Right. Exactly. Right. So there's somebody that Lincoln wants him to meet up with, right? Because they got to find out about these enemies, right? Because these enemies are kind of, there's stuff that Lincoln's kind of seen before, and it's not every time he's seen it, it's something that's weird, right? So they talk about a war. There was I guess a war of separation of Texas won and Brian's a hero. There's some conspiracies that helped. There's some other hidden conspiracies in the war of separation, which I think that's Gooding. No, that's not. That's not Gooding. That's oh, I thought that was Lincoln. I'm tripping. You're right. That is I didn't I fucked the face up. You're right. That is I thought it was Lincoln. You're right. Thank you, Volunteer's Hero. Appreciate you. Yeah, you're right. I'm tripping. Look, I'm making my own Isom story and I don't even know it. Eric hired me to make a story. I'm over here getting the story wrong the entire time, y'all. Y'all here making me what? Man, the detractors are gonna have a field day with me. But I'm gonna get popular either way. Right? So when he finds out what these creatures are from, they find out it's tied to the war separation, which is probably some behind the scenes story that we need to find out, right? So they're gonna do some more research, right? But they don't have time for research. So what we do is there's a Gooding says, look, there's a resource that's about an hour west near the mountains, right? It doesn't appear on nobody's map, right? You got to go to her. She doesn't talk on the phone, but you got to go to her, right? I kind of split it. It's her, but still, right? So of course, this is the part where he puts on the suit with the modifications, of course, right? Some superheroes can fly or whatever, but we don't know if he can fly yet. He still relies on his truck. Avery still, or Isom at this point, relies on his truck. Gets to the place, and he's met with some weird animals, like two deranged looking wolves, a gargoyle looking animal. And this is who we run into. We run into Sydney Bloodruth. Makes an entrance. I like her. I like her design. I like Sydney's design, y'all. It's pretty clean. All right. So they meet up, have a little minor exchange, but they get to talking, saying, look, this is what it is, right? And this is the part that I like, right? This is the part that this is the part that I like. This is the part that's funny, and I thought that was a hilarious part, right? So I'm gonna read a couple parts of the panel, right? So they talk about hell. So that hell is a specific, unique place, but it's not all of the cultural tales are bogus. There are countless realms that fit these descriptions. Different planes, different realms that you can't just walk up to or visit. Isom asks, like different universes? No, that's fictional nonsense. Instead, look at it more like dimensions, pocket of space that the naked eye cannot see. With proper atmospheric manipulation, space becomes tangible. I'm guessing that's where the wolves and dragons come from. Now, the part that was the part that I liked, the fictional nonsense making fun of the different universes jab. I thought that was funny. I don't know if that was if y'all caught that. I was I had to laugh at that, right? So apparently these beasts come from a certain dimension of hell, and they go off in dramatic fashion. This right here, I love it. All right. I said the same thing. I laughed. I was like, "Ha, that's funny. That's a good one." Right. So they go in, and this is how we figure out what power she has, what Blood Ruth has, right here, and the battle just goes in. We automatically start going in, going crazy, right? Going in. Isom just drops in. He says, "Look, I'm not waiting. I'm going in, and we gonna go in guns blazing." Right? Comes to find out they land into a colony of Hellions. That's what they're called, Hellions. There is a colony of these motherfuckers, and they just go in. Isom is not playing. He's just like, "Look, I'm going in, guns blazing. I can't take this disrespect. They set fire to my building. I'm about to beat some ass." Okay, and he's searching the cave for Sam, for Mr. Willard, right? So they just start fighting, having a good ass time. And man, the action scenes in this are stupid good. Like her powers are fucking amazing, right? I think she's a blood mage or something like that. She might be a blood mage. I think. We also figure out that Isom has some kind of super durability too, because this man, like, it hints at his powers. We don't know exactly what his powers are, but this man has some kind of hellified durability, because this man literally stands in fire and doesn't get burnt. Okay. So as they go in deeper into the cave, they find out that Colony is legit some huge shit, right? All right. They figure it out. So as Isom, of course, goes in guns blazing, which we're gonna have to work. Isom needs to work on his tact. Okay, he's got to work on. He's got to work on his attack. He's got to work on at least, you know, being smart about the shit, right? Blood Ruth comes across the door. She goes in and she finds a room full of people, right? And look, there he is. He's there, right here, right? He's there, Mr. Willard. Sam is free, at least for now, anyway, right? He's in there, about to fight. Sam is free, and you see he's about to get in there. So they're probably gonna get Sam and leave. That's the plan. I hope, right? But see, we're gonna get into what I think in a minute. So after all of this fighting, they find a way to kind of get out of there and escape. Right? They make it out. They find a way out. She gets her animals, summons her animals, Blood Root summons her animals, and they're on the way out. Right? And it ends in a blaze of glory right here. I love it. Right? I love it. Now, this right here answers a lot of questions. And this was action packed, y'all. I like this. This was hella action packed, right? And I like how everything just went in. When the action hits, it hits, right? So this answers a lot of questions. It answers why he stopped in the first place, right? What makes him come back? This also answers, okay, what happened to Sam, right? Well, kinda what happens to Sam, right? Kinda. Because now I'm curious about this right here, right? This right here has me curious. Because I don't know if that means he's going to turn, if he's been chosen to be turned, or if he's a test tube dummy, or if it was just simply them branding. I have a feeling that things are probably going to get bad for Sam, right? I have a feeling that things are going to get bad for Sam. I think Sam is going to turn. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. I think Sam is probably going to turn. He's probably going to turn into one of those guys right before Isom's eyes, right before his wife's eyes. It's going to be gruesome, I think. Well, only time will tell, right? Now, one thing I will say that Isom needs to work on, and this is just for character development purposes, that Isom needs to work on his tact. Okay? I get it. You don't want to be, you're disrespected, and I understand where Isom is coming from. I do understand, because when you're in a position where people have done you wrong and people have fucked you over, so now you're just going in guns blazing. But bruh, come on now. You do you not see all of this shit? Like, do you not see this? Like hello? Like, seriously. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. I'd be pissed too. But I'd at least try to formulate some kind of plan to, like, dwindle the numbers, right? But when you're pissed off, that goes to show, when you're pissed off, though, like, in a human element, when you're pissed off, you ain't thinking about that shit. You ain't thinking about it. Like, you want to get, like you were saying, yeah, Isom just wanted a nap. He just wanted to chill out. All of this news happening, all this shit happening all at once. And all Isom wanted was a nap. All Avery wanted was just to chill and live his life. But when you're a superhero, sometimes it just doesn't happen that way, right? And this also raises up another couple other questions, because now we get to figure out who this is. Right here. We don't know who or what the fuck this is. I don't know why, but this kind of gives me Dark Side vibes, almost. But then, because he seems to be a little bit more smarter than the rest of the enemies here. He looks like some kind of leader. Right, he does. He gives me, like, he kind of looks like Dark Side almost. A little bit. But we don't know who he is, what he is. We'll find out in the next one, right? I think, honestly, I thought Chad Roman would be the leader. That's what I thought too. But I think that was just a flashback. And speaking of which, that also raises another question, right? What happened with Chad Brand? Are we gonna see him again? I got a feeling that fight should come up sooner or later, probably a little bit down the line, because that fight, if we're talking about the ill-advised arc, and Isom's probably going to be getting back at people that were going on him early, that were, that were from his past. He's probably going to be going against Chad Rand again, I think. And Ace of Spades, I see your comment. I got you. Right. So this right here, this is setting up to be a really good story. And these detractors that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and I'm going to say it straight like that because that's exactly what it is. They obviously don't know what good comics are, right? These people are so used to books being resolved in the first issue, right? And the point of these books is to generate a story. You want people to come back for more. And these people, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, these people are so used to subpar storytelling to the point where when somebody's doing something different and that's actually building a story, building interest, and does actually a very solid job with it, by the way, that when someone's doing something different, they want to criticize it. Well, what's happened with this? It's supposed to, you idiots, it's supposed to build on the next story. Exactly, Space. They're used to trash. And this is a solid start. Honestly, this is good. This is solid writing, y'all. This is solid.